1960 Britain. It was a period of incredible social and cultural energy, where the traditional order began to collapse at an unprecedented speed. Changes happened so fast that we didn't even notice how, beneath this bright surge of innovation, traditions that seemed eternal quietly and irreversibly vanished. Before we start, write in the comments, which British tradition do you think the 60s revolution killed first? Do you have any favorite lost customs? I'm waiting for your thoughts. And now we get down to brass tacks. Here are 5 of the most unexpected British traditions that didn't survive the 60s, and we're going to find out why they disappeared forever. Tradition number 5, the tea rooms, a symbol of elegance and slowness. Before the 60s, meeting up and socializing took time. You didn't just go for a quick cuppa, you went to a tea room, an establishment with porcelain, strict rules of etiquette, and the mandatory perfectly served afternoon tea. It was a ritual, but the new generation wanted speed and accessibility. When the concept of American-style coffee shops and fast service emerged, this unhurried, expensive ceremony started to feel archaic. Speed defeated etiquette, and the cult of the elegant tea room disappeared for good. Tradition number 4, the bowler hat as everyday formal wear for men. Think back to old British films. Every self-respecting man wore a bowler hat or a fedora. The hat was more than an accessory. It was a sign of social status and a professional indicator. Crowds of men in hats heading to work were a quintessential London sight. But the youth culture of the 60s rejected uniform and hierarchy. Hats became a symbol of the conservative old guard that the new generation was so desperate to escape. The rejection of this symbol of class was one of the most noticeable visual changes in British cities. Tradition number 3, the pub closing bell at 10:30 p.m. This is one of the absurd laws that lasted into the 60s. Pubs in England were legally required to close at exactly 10:30 p.m. This law, introduced during World War I to boost productivity, created the famous last orders rush, when everyone desperately hurried to buy their final drink. In the 60s, as nightlife and clubs became the norm, this archaic law became unbearable. While full abolition happened much later, pressure against the law began right then. And even though pubs now stay open longer, that frantic, magical last half hour, when everyone had to leave, vanished as a phenomenon. Tradition number 2, the first and third class divide on trains. Prior to reforms in the 50s and 60s, British railways had 3 classes of service. First for the elite, second for the middle class, and third for the working class. This division was the railway reflection of Britain's rigid class system. The 60s were a time when society demanded equality and fought against classism. Ultimately, economic considerations and social pressure won out, and the third class was abolished. It became a symbolic step toward a less hierarchical society. And tradition number 1, strictly formalized ways of meeting people. Before the emergence of discos and clubs, social introductions, especially among the upper classes, took place at strictly formal, organized garden parties or balls. These were controlled encounters, often arranged by parents, where etiquette was more important than feelings. They served to arrange marriages, not to date. The 60s revolution gave young people freedom of movement and socialization. Pubs, clubs, and rock concerts became the new meeting places. The old, regimented way of meeting, where every step was under control, died, giving way to spontaneity. And there you have it, folks. The new, free, and fast era of the 60s delivered. It destroyed 5 little pieces of the old, quiet British world, replacing them with freedom, speed, and less formality. Each of these traditions was killed not by decree, but by the simple choice of a new generation. They opted for a modern, free life over nostalgia and rigid etiquette. If you still haven't written in the comments, do it now. And of course, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. See you next time.